Hi, I'm Father Chris Troxel, and I'd just like to give you a little talk about what you can do in the light of the fact that we're not having confession these days in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles, or not a whole lot of other places either. So anyways, what can you do about the fact that you can't go to confession? Well, first of all, simply God calls you and me, all of us, to have a very deep trust in Him, His love, His mercy, who He is, that He is truly loving and merciful to an extent that perhaps we really didn't realize before this, because it's easy to have the mentality that God was mad with me and I went to confession and now He's not mad with me, or I was out of grace, or on the way to hell, and because of confession now I'm not. So we really have to change that mentality, and not just the mentality, but it's a deeper thing of the heart and even the soul, to really ask for the grace, say, Lord, I want to just be able to trust deeply in your love for me, who you are, because who you are is a God that does not abandon, who has an unbreakable love for me, who loves me no matter what, even when I sin, does not stop loving me. Okay, and really, for many sins, that's the only remedy to get out of certain sins, certain deep vices and things that are actually substitutes for God's love. And a lot of people just don't realize that God loves them, and so they turn to certain things, certain addictions and things, seeking a substitute, right? But, and then they go to confession thinking, okay, finally God, forgives me. We can't do that, right? So what we have to do is realize God is loving us all the time, even when we sin, okay? He does not take away His love. So it's a very important truth, as I say, not just to know, but to let it sink in on deeper levels and become a deep trust in who God is, in how He is, that He loves with an unbreakable love and He does not abandon. So that's the first and most fundamental thing. And the second follows from it, that in the light of that type of trust, we need to do what many people would do somewhat in the sacrament of reconciliation, is that they would be honest with the priest. And that sometimes that's the only place in their life they would actually be honest. So anyways, we all need to come before God and really every day to have an honest talk with Him and just simply, okay, this is who I am. I have this attachment, this, holding on to this, I have this fear, maybe this anger towards you, God, whatever, it's, whatever ugly thing I have inside, say it, like to God, you don't have in silence or out loud, whatever, but just be honest with God, because really, unless you're honest with God, you're never going to be honest with yourself, ultimately, and you're never going to come before God as you are, and if you don't come before God as you are, you're never really going to receive His unconditional love. I mean, His unconditional love is always there, but, if we're not honest, if we're putting on a mask or whatever before God, we just block ourselves to really receiving that, and we need it. It's very healing. And we just have to realize, and we have to walk in that truth, that God truly loves us no matter what. Okay, so as I say, asking for that grace of very, very deep trust in who God is, His love, and then being honest with God about who we are, and realize that no matter what we say, no matter what we reveal to Him, He does not stop loving us. So, those things can really go a long way to help all of us, realize that, we don't need confession to change God's mind from bad to good towards us. No, He's always loving us. We need to walk in the light of that love, that truth, and tell Him the truth about who we are. Okay, thanks.